أحد أساتذة قسم الترجمة، حاصل على شهادة الدكتوراه في فقه اللغة Cognitive Semantics من جامعة بانغور المملكة المتحدة. لديه خبرة طويلة في تدريس اللغة الإنجليزية لشريحة واسعة من الطلاب العراقيين والدوليين. يتميز بالخبرة الواسعة والمعرفة الشاملة في مجال علم اللغة، كما أنه يتمتع بشغف حقيقي لتحويل المواد الدراسية المعقدة إلى مفاهيم سهلة ومفهومة للطلاب. وليس هذا فحسب، بل أنه يمتلك أيضا القدرة على تحفيز الطلاب وتشجيعهم على تحقيق أقصى إمكاناتهم الأكاديمية من خلال استخدام أساليب تعليمية مبتكرة. شغوف، دؤوب، محب لعمله، مهتم بالتكنولوجيا ودمجها بالعملية التعليمية، ويعمل جاهداً على نقل التجارب العالمية الناجحة وتطبيقها على أرض الواقع في جامعتنا الموقرة. شغل منصب مدير المركز الاستشاري في جامعة البصرة، وهو الآن معاون العميد لشؤون الطلبة. بحثه لهذا اليوم A Brain-Based Theory of Meaning Making, the Evolved Embodied Cognition and the Complexity of the Accessible Word. الأستاذ الدكتور محمد الحسيني فليتفضل مشكورا.
I'm really pleased to be here in front of you. Really, I enjoy doing this every year. So today, I think I was lucky because my colleagues, Dr. Ali and Dr. Alia, actually gave us some sort of a foundation for what I'm going to talk about, which is, lately there is a big talk on GPT and how GPT is a very instrumental tool to answer any question. But remember, this GPT is a metaphor for our cognition. We have some sort of GPT in our mind. We do that. We have this, what we call the memory system. But remember, as a human being, we have evolved to make a module of meaning making in a unique way. It is not something which is pre-trained, because GPT is something related to pre-training, and they catch the words and they predict the next and the previous word. So that is the idea. The idea is that we do that by evolution. So today we are going to, that is our nice and brilliant system. That is our GPT. We do that, okay? But today our talk is going to be the GPT model and how we, as human beings, we make meanings, how brain works to do that, and then we work about the metaphorical extension of our meaning making. We don't make meaning in a very static and very boring way. We do it in a unique and very, very interesting way. And to do that, so the GPT is a wide range of natural language processing task. It is a task that is very mechanical, but it is very fast. I remember that, I admit. So, but we do that because we do not in an efficient way, because we do not do one task in a time or at a time. We do multiple tasks at a time. That is why we consume time and energy. So, but still, today I'm going to do some sort of an experiment. Today I'm going to teach, I'm not going to teach you, but I'm telling you how I do, or how I make lemon juice. Okay? So that is the lemon that we have, and it is very available in camel. So this is very available, right? So we are going to do the juice. So what we do, we have a knife and we cut this lemon into pieces. Okay? So we take each.
Smart, please.
Okay. No, it's okay. Right, so there is no lemon, but still we have evolved to talk about lemon with our language. So language, I can talk about this process with my own words. My words are symbolically, produced, but still it can trigger your mind to simulate the process. So when I talk about this, let's take a lemon, ripe and nice and very saucy, cut it into pieces, then we get to half of it and we put it, squeeze it like this in the glass, okay? I can admit, and you can admit that you have something in your mind going on, right? Because you activated a simulation module that you can imagine the whole process, and you go to your memory, you make a GPT query, and you go to your memory and you recall the lemon, although the lemon is not available. So that's why making this is just like an example that we do that every single second, okay? We have a GPT in our mind. We do queries and we go to our memory system and we make lemon, and we make not only lemon, we make things which are very highly complex, things which are very abstract, things which do not exist. We talk about things that which are in our imagination. Human being created Hamlet, and Hamlet does not exist in fact. So that's why we do so many things in our mind, okay? And usually this is underlined by highly complex biological system. That is our brain. That is what we have here. And this system is highly complex. Why it is complex? Because you can't imagine the number of the neurons and axons and synapses and all these structures. You can't imagine the brain areas that you have in your mind. We look at it in a way which is very holistic, but if you think about it in a deep way, no, you are going to be stuck with the creation of God and the evolution of a human being. We evolved. That's why we are what we are. We are humans. That's why we are there for everything. Now, let's go back to the lemon. And if you go to the lemon, to the word lemon, it comes from ذوق, because it activates the saliva and usually on the side of the tongue, and then it goes to there is a pathway to the brain. Where is the brain? Just like up to the nasal cavity. And فلما ذاق الشجرة, that is the surface of the iceberg. ذاق الشجرة, ذاق الماء, ذاق العصير. But we as human beings, we can manipulate this into our GPT system in order to create things which are very metaphorical. That's why we say فذاق العذاب. And ذاق العذاب is not something material thing, physical thing. So that's why ذاق وبال أمره, for example, and we have يذيق بعضهم بأس بعض. So in Quran, this reflects that our GPT does not go to preach to the text background knowledge base, which is but we use the knowledge base to create something more complex. We take the word ذاق and we created, God created something in you. That is God. And now, also, we can create something in you. So, that is ذاق, and we can say, وَإِذَا أَذَقْنَا النَّاسَ الرَّحْمَةَ, etc. All these verses, they talk about ذاق, but it is not the same way that we taste the lemon. No. It is something very, very abstract. Something very abstract. Now we go to this brain-based meaning-making model. This model is disciplinary. It is related to neurosciences, to psychology, to linguistics, and to philosophy. There is everything there in this domain. All right. So if you look at it, but I'm going to go to the. And by the way, it has many implications. Why? You can use that when we train translators, we can use that. Actually, Dr. Alia mentioned something like neural network machines, whatever, translation machines. And this is one implication which comes from there, which comes from the evolved machine that we have in our brain. Okay? So, and we as human beings, we have this innate, capability to seek and make sense of the world. That is the thing which we don't need to train or to be pre-trained. No. We have the innate capability by force to make meaning and make sense of the world around us. That is the external world. And we are constantly updating our system. That is the idea. The idea is that we do not stop. In this moment, we are updating our database of meaning making. So that is very dynamic. And it is part of evolution again, which is, now, but you should know, GPT does the job away from emotions. They do not have emotions because they are machines. Now, GPT does not feel the experience of the saliva in the mouth. GPT does not experience the experience of tasting death or bats or no. That is disembodied. There is no embodiment. The idea and the nice thing is in our case is that our meaning-making system or module is embodied. We are inside the circle, not outside the circle. That's why I can smile, and I can see you smiling as well, because we imitate each other. Do you understand? So that is the idea, and we do not forget about social cognition. I want you to like me, and you want me to like you. So that is part of the social system. We don't talk about feedback. Usually I listen to you and I adjust myself. And so these are part of the system of brain-based meaning making. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to put simulations. When we simulate, it means we make our model of what we see. That is, for example, if you feel somehow tensed, I make a simulation, a model of how one feels bored. Okay? So that's why I have to adjust. So we make priming, foregrounding and backgrounding. I can look at you, but I'm not really interested in the walls, because I make some sort of bringing things to the foreground and sending away things. That's why we get rid of noise. Noise is not only for sound, noise is also for pictures, images, presence, etc. So that's why we do priming as well. And we use metaphor. We say, for example, Ramadan has left us. Is Ramadan moving, for example? No. Now, we create a spatial model for Ramadan that is moving from one place to another. It is a matter of distance, although time is a concept which cannot be associated with place. Do you understand? So that's why everything, I'm going to skip to that. So, yes, that is where we start. That is where we start with our senses. Remember, when we talk about physical things, we talk about the senses, because we capture the world, we have windows open to the world, and we can, integrate information from the world together. But this information is not simple. I'm not talking about a lemon in terms of taste only. I have something related to the smell. I have information related to the touch. I have something related to the outside, edges. Do you understand? Maybe I have something in my memory, which is a voice, sound, record, trace. That is, when you squeeze the lemon, you can listen to the drops in the glass. that is associated with lemon as well. Okay? And also I can associate lemon with something which is highly abstract, like judgment. All right? Like judgment, for example, إذا واحد قاعد عندكم هواي شو يسمونه؟ حمض, مو? حمض means that the intensity of حمض is something related to the presence of that guy, which means that his presence is intense and it has something which you have to liquidate. Do you understand? So that is why all these systems, they integrate together in one concept. But what about the concept of I? What about the concept of I? I is not only one sound or one letter or one word. I is a concept which is highly complex. I when I am happy, and I when I feel proud of myself, and I when I feel downgraded, and I when I am ready for love, and I when I'm ready for hatred, and so on, so on. I is not something like a sound, very simple, very short. No, it is complex. That's why if you look at the I in another, sorry, I said this, yeah. I need some sort of a default. Sorry, yeah. Now that one. Okay, I don't need it. So I can replace it with my words. Anyway, so I have so many brain areas for I. Now, I'm not going to talk about this. I have something related to how I feel. I have something here related to how I plan for myself. I have something related to my language when I talk about myself. Words, muscles, motor skills. I have related here something here which is related how I bring things together. I have related something here in my back about how I look. Okay? I have related something here in how I move. And all these together, they can be integrated and more to make one concept which is I. So we have a very nice PT that God has given us, and we need to train it quite often. Thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you.